We got a bone to pick. There's a new study out about coffee. This time, this one says that your morning cup of joe could maybe have serious health benefits. The study by the European Heart Journal says that the time you drink your coffee matters. It suggests drinking a cup before noon is best if you're going to drink it.
2 a.m.
Our 9 News health expert, Dr. Kohli, joins us now to answer some of our questions. Dr. Kohli, good morning to you.
Good morning, guys.
All right, talk about the benefits of drinking coffee. What's different about this study than maybe what we've heard previously?
I know, so we've been talking many times on the show about coffee and how it's good for our health because it's got antioxidant effects and a lot of other chemicals that are sort of good in terms of free radical damage. This was the first study ever done looking at the timing of coffee and how that could confer health benefits. And so it's not just about drinking it, but it's about when you drink it. And I'm surprised that you guys have a bone to pick because I would think that all your coffee consumption probably happens before noon.
Well, it does, but it also happens before most people are even awake. So what's the healthy zone right there?
Yep, so the way the study was, it was over 40,000 adults, almost 41,000 adults, and they followed them for almost 20 years. And they asked them to sort of talk about when they drank coffee, and they put them into a few buckets. So 4 a.m. to noon was kind of one bucket, and then the second bucket was kind of drinking coffee all day long. And the bucket that was in the 4 a.m. to noon drinking coffee, they had a 16% lower risk of dying and a 31% lower risk of dying from heart disease.
When do you take your first cup of coffee?
Okay, so this is what's interesting is I was always told that don't drink coffee the moment that you get up.
Agreed.
Like allow your body a moment to like naturally
Like 30 minutes.
rise.
Yeah.
So 1 hour after I get up at 2 and I have my first sip at 3 when I sit at my desk. So
Okay.
1 hour.
Okay, so you're almost in that window right there. And what's interesting, guys, it's not just about the caffeine in the coffee because it was the same benefit whether you drank caffeinated or decaffeinated.
Really?
Yes. So we actually think it's the other substances in the coffee that might be conferring the benefit.
Okay, interesting. So when you wait, because same thing, my alarm goes off at 2:30. I don't have my first cup until 4:30 when we go on the air here. And I was told that if you do it that way, coffee is more of a thing that helps you focus versus a stimulant to wake you up.
That's exactly right. So it's about that timing of coffee. So of course, coffee has caffeine in it, right? And some people actually drink tea, which also has caffeine. Even decaf coffee has caffeine. So it's not so much the caffeine, but it's the way that your body responds to the coffee and the caffeine. So the timing of this is really important. So when you look at the study, they actually thought some of the reasons why morning drinking was better than kind of afternoon or late evening drinking was because it doesn't interfere with melatonin production as much. Melatonin is our sleep hormone. And so you want to make sure that stimulant effect doesn't affect your sleep, you know. And then our natural body has like an inflammation cycle. It's called a circadian rhythm. It follows the light. And so if you're drinking coffee too late in the day, the natural body clock of inflammation gets disrupted. So you don't have as many of those anti-inflammatory benefits from the coffee.
So I feel like maybe we don't have a bone to pick about this study because we're okay and she's not telling us.
Well, now I don't. Yeah. That's why you wait for all the information to roll in.
So I will say a couple of other things, though. Moderate coffee consumption. So I don't know how much we're drinking, guys. But
2. You can use me as an example. 2.
That's great. So that's exactly where we want to be in terms
Two
of benefit.
32-ounce mugs.
Whatever the, well, I don't know what this is, but yes.
And then the other thing is this is association, not causation, right? Because it's not a randomized trial. So it could be the people that, like you guys, early risers, get stuff done early. They're doing other healthful behaviors, like they're exercising more, they're sleeping better, what have you. So we're thinking that coffee may have something to do with it, but we don't know if it's just a marker for other healthy behaviors.
It's always like the coffee and the wine studies that we get so aggravated about because it's like, it's good for you. It's
There are
not good
coping
for you.
mechanisms.
Yes, like, exactly.
So no wine, you can have 2 cups of coffee.
Great.
I'd rather have coffee, let me tell you, any day.
Dr. Kohli, thank you very much. Finally, some good news on our end.